Hi, I'm Rachel. In 3 days, I'm supposed to be having my dream wedding with the love of my life, Jason. But right now, I'm sitting in an emergency room with a sprained ankle and a bruised shoulder, wondering if I even want my family there anymore. I've always been the family punching bag. My brother Daniel started tormenting me when we were kids, and it never stopped. Breaking my toys, accidentally spilling drinks on my homework, spreading rumors about me in high school. You name it, he did it. And my parents? They always took his side. He's just playing around. You're too sensitive. Boys will be boys. That's all I ever heard from Mom and Dad. 28 years of being gaslit and dismissed. You need to ice that ankle for 20 minutes every hour, the nurse said, handing me an ice pack. Those bruises on your shoulder are going to hurt for a few days. Jason squeezed my hand. I can't believe they're still not here. I called them an hour ago. I'm not surprised, I said. They probably think I'm exaggerating. My best friend Megan paced around the small exam room. I saw the whole thing, Rachel. Daniel absolutely pushed you. It wasn't an accident. I nodded, fighting back tears. The rehearsal dinner had started off so well. The restaurant had decorated everything beautifully, and for once everyone was behaving, until Daniel started drinking. Remember when Rachel wet her pants in front of the entire 6th grade? He'd announced to the table. Or when she thought Tyler Johnson asked her to prom, but it was just a joke? Can we not do this tonight? I'd asked. Oh, come on, it's just some fun stories. Don't be such a buzzkill. Dude, not cool, Jason had said. This is supposed to be a happy night. That's when Daniel had followed me to the staircase. I was heading up to fix my makeup after crying in the bathroom. You always were a crybaby, always running to tattle. Just leave me alone for once in your life, Daniel. Or what? You'll tell Mommy and Daddy? They've always known you're pathetic. I'd tried to walk past him, but I felt his hands on my back, a hard shove, and then I was tumbling down the stairs. Mom and Dad rushed over, but not to help me. Rachel, get up. People are staring, Mom hissed. She tripped on those ridiculous heels, Daniel said quickly. I was clutching my ankle. He pushed me. You all saw him follow me. Dad helped me to a chair, looking embarrassed. Don't be so dramatic. It was an accident. I saw the whole thing, Megan said. He pushed her. Stay out of family business, Mom snapped. Jason had immediately called for his car to take me to the ER, while my family stayed to finish their dinner. Now, sitting on this uncomfortable hospital bed, something inside me finally snapped. I'm done, I said quietly. Done with what? Jason asked. Done letting them treat me like this. Done pretending it's normal. Done inviting them to hurt me over and over. Megan stopped pacing. What are you going to do? I looked at them both, a plan already forming in my mind. I'm going to make sure they never dismiss me again. The next morning, Jason drove me to the doctor's office. My ankle throbbed with each step as we entered. I'm worried about more than just your physical injuries, Dr. Carter said, examining my ankle. These bruises look consistent with a fall, but you mentioned being pushed? My brother did it, at my wedding rehearsal dinner. And this isn't the first incident? I let out a bitter laugh. Try the 100th. My whole life's been one big gaslighting session. Dr. Carter typed notes into her computer. I'm documenting everything. This pattern sounds concerning. On the drive home, Jason gripped the steering wheel tightly. We should call the police. They won't do anything. It'll be my word against theirs, and guess who my parents will back? Then we need to get proof. Actual evidence they can't deny. Back at our apartment, Megan was waiting with coffee and determination. I've been thinking, she said, sliding a cup toward me. Remember how Daniel always slips up when he's drinking? We should get him on video. And I had a missed call from Aunt Susan, I said, checking my phone. That's weird. We're not close. I returned her call, putting it on speaker. Rachel? Thank goodness. Is it true you're canceling the wedding because you broke your leg falling downstairs drunk? My jaw dropped. What? No, Daniel pushed me. I have a sprained ankle. Who told you that? Daniel called everyone last night. Said you were making a scene? Tripped in your heels after too many cocktails? After hanging up, I threw my phone on the couch. He's already spinning his version. Call everyone on your guest list, Megan suggested, before his lies spread further. While making calls, I discovered Daniel had texted several mutual friends claiming I was having another meltdown and blaming everyone else as usual. We need to record every interaction with your family from now on, Jason said, downloading a voice recording app on my phone. And I'm setting up cameras at our wedding. I'm going through old text messages, Megan added, scrolling through my phone. You've got years of nasty texts from Daniel that show his pattern. I nodded, a plan forming. We need witness statements too, people who've seen how they treat me. By evening, we had statements from 3 friends who'd witnessed past incidents, screenshots of Daniel's nasty messages, and a doctor's report documenting my injuries. There's the rehearsal dinner photographer, Jason remembered suddenly. He was there when it happened. One call later, we had confirmation he'd captured the moment on camera. The reception venue called, Megan said. Someone tried changing your seating arrangement. I checked my email. And someone's been trying to access our wedding website admin page. Had to be Daniel, Jason muttered. Perfect. The venue has security cameras. I smiled grimly. Let's add a password to the website that he'd guess like his birthday. Setting a trap? Megan raised an eyebrow. Exactly. And I'm putting a hidden camera in my bridal suite. I pulled out my laptop. I've got a feeling he's not done messing with my wedding. What about your parents? Jason asked gently. They get one last chance tomorrow. Family brunch. If they dismiss me again, I looked at the evidence we'd gathered. They'll regret it. The family brunch at my parents' house felt like walking into a trap. I had my phone recording in my pocket as Jason and I approached the front door. Remember, stay calm, Jason whispered. Let him show his true colors. Mom greeted us with a forced smile. There's my dramatic daughter. How's the ankle? Still sprained from being pushed down the stairs. Dad appeared from the kitchen. Let's not start that again. Daniel already explained what happened. Speaking of the devil, Daniel emerged with a coffee mug, smirking. Hey there, Gimpy. Need a wheelchair? Really? More jokes after what you did? What I did? You tripped over your own feet and blamed me. Classic Rachel. I pulled out my phone. Let's watch what actually happened. I played the video the photographer had sent, clear footage of Daniel following me and pushing me. Mom waved dismissively. That could be interpreted anyway. It looks like he was trying to catch you. Are you kidding me? It's right there on video. Why are you always trying to paint your brother as the villain? Dad sighed. Daniel laughed. Because she's jealous. Always has been. Jealous? I stood up despite my ankle screaming in pain. Of what? Your pathetic life? The way you have to tear others down to feel good? Watch your tone in my house, Dad warned. I pulled out more evidence. Screenshots of Daniel's messages to friends claiming I was drunk. He's been spreading lies about me, telling everyone I was wasted and fell. Mom shrugged. He was protecting the family reputation. That's when I lost it. Protecting? He pushed me down the stairs. He could have seriously injured me 2 days before my wedding. You've always been so sensitive, Daniel rolled his eyes. It was a little shove. A little shove that sent me to the ER. A little shove that could have broken my neck. Jason put his hand on my shoulder. I think we should go. Wait, Dad said, finally looking concerned. You can't leave like this. Why not? Nothing's changing. You've chosen Daniel over me my entire life. That's not true, Mom protested weakly. It is true, and I'm done. None of you are welcome at my wedding. Daniel snorted. Yeah, right. You're bluffing. I showed them the updated guest list on my phone. Already handled. Security has your photos. Their faces finally showed panic. You can't do that, Mom gasped. What will people say? They'll say I finally stood up for myself. Daniel suddenly switched tactics. Look, I'm sorry, okay? Maybe I pushed you a little. I was just joking around. Too late. Dad approached, voice softening. Honey, we didn't realize how serious this was. We can work this out. No, we can't. 28 years of dismissing me, and you want to fix it 2 days before my wedding? On our way out, my phone pinged with an alert. Someone had accessed the wedding website using Daniel's birthday as the password. I showed Jason. He took the bait. Look, he changed our honeymoon location in the website to canceled due to family emergency. That's just petty, Jason said. I smiled grimly. But it's exactly what I needed. Now we have digital proof of sabotage. What's next? We execute the final plan. I'm sending everything to Grandma Rose. Your dad's mom, the family matriarch? The one person they can't ignore, and she controls the family business where Daniel works. You're bringing out the big guns. They left me no choice. Time for real consequences. My wedding day arrived with surprising calm. The venue looked perfect. White roses everywhere, string lights twinkling, and not a single toxic family member in sight. Any regrets? Megan asked, adjusting my veil. Only that I didn't stand up for myself sooner. My phone buzzed. Grandma Rose calling. I've reviewed everything you sent me, Rachel. I'm devastated this has gone on so long. Your father and Daniel will face consequences. Thank you for believing me. I should have seen it years ago. I'll see you at the ceremony. I've brought reinforcements. Grandma Rose wasn't kidding. When I walked down the aisle, the first 3 rows were filled with extended family. Aunts, uncles, cousins I rarely saw because Daniel and my parents had isolated me. After Jason and I exchanged vows, Aunt Susan hugged me tight. We had no idea how bad it was. Grandma Rose showed us everything. The push down the stairs was just the final straw. Daniel's already feeling the heat. Grandma Rose suspended him from the family business pending an investigation. What about my parents? Board meeting tomorrow. Your father might lose his position as CFO. The reception was everything I'd dreamed of. Laughter, dancing, and genuine love. No snide comments, no undermining, no walking on eggshells. A week into our honeymoon in Bali, Jason showed me his phone. Your brother's been charged with assault. I looked at the news article. The photographer had turned over the video evidence to police. And look at this, Jason continued, scrolling to a social media post. Your parents are getting frozen out socially. The post showed community members discussing my parents' enabling behavior. Comments like, who defends someone pushing their daughter downstairs? And, always thought something was off with them filled the thread. When we returned home, Grandma Rose invited us for tea. Daniel has been removed from the company. The board unanimously voted him out after seeing the evidence. Your father has been demoted and put on probation. How are they taking it? They're blaming everyone but themselves. Your mother called me a traitor to the family. I'm sorry you got caught in the middle. Don't be. I'm sorry I didn't protect you sooner. I've set up a trust for you completely separate from the family money. Your parents can't touch it. The court date for Daniel's assault case came quickly. He pleaded guilty to avoid jail time, getting probation and mandatory anger management. Outside the courthouse, my parents approached. This has gone too far, Dad said. You've destroyed your brother's reputation. He did that himself when he pushed me down the stairs. We want to make amends, Mom tried. We're your parents. No, parents protect their children. You protected my abuser. What do you want from us? Dad demanded. Nothing. That's the point. I want nothing from you ever again. 3 months later, Jason and I moved into our new house across town. Megan helped us unpack. Have you heard from them? They send guilt-tripping messages every few weeks. I delete them without reading. Do you miss them? Jason asked gently. I miss the parents I deserved but never had. As we sat on our new porch that evening, watching the sunset, I felt peace for the first time in years. You know what's weird? Everyone warned me cutting off family would hurt, but all I feel is relief. Jason squeezed my hand. That's how you know it was the right decision. I wish I'd done it sooner. Better late than never. Look at you now. Promoted at work, smiling every day, sleeping through the night. I nodded. Turns out removing toxic people isn't selfish. It's survival. That's the end of Rachel's journey from victim to victor. At what point does family loyalty become toxic enablement? Rachel's parents repeatedly chose her abusive brother over her well being throughout her entire life. Where would you draw the line before cutting off family members who continuously harm you? Would you have given them more chances or taken action sooner? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If Rachel's story of standing up for herself resonated with you, hit that like button to help others find it. Subscribe to see more stories about overcoming toxic relationships and reclaiming your power. Remember, sometimes the healthiest family is the one you choose.